how did I get here? That where am I? How did I get here? And what had happened? And I actually had to work hard to try to remember what had actually happened, try to remember the green car that had come by. And subhanAllah, that when I was leaving the school, as some of you might know also, that I had told the principal at that time, because I was going somewhere, that I told him I might be a little late. And indeed, it was about three weeks before I actually returned to work. Many of us go through life and we hear these statistics of the average age of a person, that they may be 60 years old, or the average person lives to 65, 70 years old, and we think that that is what we are promised. This is the promised time that we are going to live. And then we lull ourselves like a lullaby, that we go to sleep trying to get more money, trying to get a fancier job, trying to get a bigger house. And these things are not necessarily wrong, but so many times, and most of the time, it's done in heedlessness and ghafla of the hereafter and the journey to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That day that happened to me was a normal day. Now I can't forget the day and the exact day and the time that it all happened, and it's all there in my mind. But it was a normal day. And so easily, that car could have been coming on the driver's side. And instead of the police officer telling me what happened, it could have been the angel of death coming to me in that split second. Remember I said I don't remember anything. And the angel of death could have been coming to me and telling me, did you hear about the car accident that happened? And 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, you could have been here in the masjid saying, As-salatu ala al-mayyiti yarhamukumullah. And this is what Umar radiallahu anhu said, till the day when it's said upon all of us, As-salatu ala al-mayyiti yarhamukumullah. So today, inshaAllah, I wanted to spend a few moments on this death that comes so suddenly. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that this death shall come to everyone when his or her time comes, and that nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop this death. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, قُلْ إِنَّ الْمَوْتَ الَّذِي تَفِرُّونَ مِنْهُ. Say that this death that you're trying to run away from, فَإِنَّهُ مُلَاقِيكُمْ, that verily it will meet up with you. ثُمَّ تُرَدُّونَ إِلَىٰ عَالِمِ الْغَيْبِ وَالشَّهَادَةِ. Then you will be returned to the knower of the unseen and the knower of the witnessed. فَيُنَبِّئُكُم بِمَا كُنتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. And He will tell you everything that you used to do. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and people try hiding in lofty places to try to escape death, or may go here and there to try to run away from it. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أَيْنَمَا تَكُونُوا يُدْرِككُّمُ الْمَوْتِ. That wherever you may be, death will catch up with you. وَلَوْ كُنْتُمْ فِي بُرُوجٍ مُشَيَّدَةٍ. Even if you're in the highest of towers. Secondly, that in this death, many of us are heedless. Most of the humans are heedless of it, and they'd like to forget about it and just don't talk about death. It's not a good thing to talk about. Let's do something entertainment. Let's joke. Let's have comedy. And they forget about this. But this heedlessness that humans go through, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not have any heedlessness. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one of His characteristics is not ghafla, is not heedlessness. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ اللَّهَ غَافِلًا عَمَّا يَعْمَلُ الظَّالِمُونَ. And don't think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't know and is unaware of what the zalimun do, of what the transgressive people and the wrong people do. إِنَّمَا يُؤَخِّرُهُمْ لِيَوْمٍ تَشْخَصُ فِيهِ الْأَبْصَارِ. That verily Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only delays them to a day when their eyes will stare in horror. And all these khutbahs that we give, and all these halaqas, and all these Minhaj al-Muslim classes, and all these Arabic Institute classes, and all these tafsir classes, and the list goes on and on of all the reminders that are coming. On the Day of Judgment, all of this will either be a witness for us or a witness against us on the Day of Judgment. For you read in Surah Al-Mulk, and many of us have this surah memorized, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, تَكَادُ تَمَيَّزُ مِنَ الْغَيْظِ. That is almost bursting with rage, the hellfire. كُلَّمَا أُلْقِيَ فِيهَا فَوْجٌ سَأَلَهُمْ خَزَنَتُهَا